because there's really no chance to do it.
I know some
You
people
guys have
that
soccer
have
game
to
going
from
on?
bad news.
No, just practice.
Oh, okay.
That's the score from our last game.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't rain.
We are gonna do a run. Like right
Yeah,
now?
that's all it said, and then I was driving
told me
over
to
here, and
frame
like,
you up.
really?
Okay,
It's
let's
coming
do it.
down.
Let's go. Hold on. Give me a hot second here.
Good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Can you do me a favor when I'm off camera? Just give me like a nod or something like that so I could just start reading stats and whatnot.
Hold on, JJ was just. Can you say that again? He was just asking.
No, just for you. Just have someone like not memorize any of this stuff. Yep.
And then maybe like or
Just this to let me know that I'm off camera.
okay.
Yeah. Because I do like 7 games a week. I don't remember any of this stuff. I just have it over in down.
You do all the games here? Or
Nope.
Just,
This is the first time I've ever been here. It's nice. I mean, like, I've been here, but I've never done a game with these guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just running through some fun
All good.
tests.
All good. I wish I had a earpiece. This straight? Is that right?
Yeah, it looks sweet. Yeah.
I'm not a master at tying ties. I just tie it once, usually keep it on for a little while, and then.
Oh yeah, like undo it.
Yeah, I just undo
And
it.
then, yeah, rather than undo it.
I'm lazy.
Yeah,
I am lazy.
I do the same thing. With my ties, I just leave them tied.
All right.
What do they have? What's that? They have soccer. Or
Yep.
That's lacrosse.
Soccer and lacrosse, yeah.
So they got a soccer game going on too?
Nah, I think they said they were just practicing.
Because I see where it says Bobcats and Red Fox. So I'm like,
Yeah, I think that was a couple days ago.
do I have an open one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 or 4 here. There we go. We got 4.
You just send it up. Wait. We're not gonna even do an open.
We're not? Okay, fine. It's fine with me. So I'm clear to go?
Hold on 1 second, Ken. He's clear to go. Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
I know. That's what I wish I could do. Especially like the field, I just like when it's like,
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
And a pleasant good afternoon. You're looking at the Quinnipiac University campus here in Hamden, Connecticut. And it is time for Big East field hockey. Today, it's a battle of Quinnipiac and Villanova as both teams are looking to make the right steps going forward because we're only a few weeks out from postseason action. Once again, a pleasant good afternoon. JJ Duke here with you. Glad that you spend part of your Friday afternoon here with us on the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi. And for both of these teams right now, and talking with their head coaches in the build-up to this matchup, they need consistency. And this is the time that right now you have to be hitting that full peak, hitting that potential, because if you don't get a result from today, to get to the postseason, life becomes a little bit harder. Take a look at your players to watch for here in this contest. And again, both teams certainly have the key scores to live on. And for Villanova, it's Abby Siana, the senior from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, who had a big game in the team's last contest last Sunday against Bucknell. It was a stopper, and she came up with the goods, a goal and an assist, and a 3-2 victory against Bucknell that stopped a 5-game losing skid. And on the opposite side for Quinnipiac, it's an international player, a longtime member of the Poland national team, Bianca Struby, who's leading the team offensively with 5 goals and 12 points, which is inside the top 10 in the conference. And she's one of those players that head coach Becca Main said, because of her drive and her pedigree, will certainly lead to success on the field. And also, it's something that a lot of players build on as well because of what she does in between the lines. It's a little bit of a chilly day here, but the foliage is top-notch in the Nutmeg State as both of these teams, again, looking for that result to get them going in the Big East season. Quinnipiac at 1-2 in the conference, Villanova at 0-3. And it's kind of the common theme when you talk about these programs that you're looking for that result and who can step up when the moment matters. In talking with Becca Main, the longtime head coach of this Quinnipiac program, now in her 25th season, she said that, games like these could truly be the difference maker in where your season goes. Will you end up in the postseason with a result today, or if you lose, especially for Quinnipiac, who will be hosting the postseason championship here in Hamden, Connecticut, you might be watching a tournament, a champion crowned on your field. That's something that they don't want to miss. As we're underway here at the Quinnipiac Field Hockey Stadium, it'll be the Bobcats in their home blue jerseys with the plaid front and the white numbers, and it'll be Villanova in their road white jerseys with the blue numbers. This Villanova team, in addition to Siana, they have a number of key goal scorers to go to, one of those being the number 21 jersey in Lydia Sidnor, who's second best in the Big East with 9 goals this season, though yet to make an impact in conference play. She's been bagging them in non-conference season, including a big 4-goal game against Wagner a couple of weeks ago, but looking to make a statement here. This is Struby, wearing the number 8 jersey. Able to play through and looking for the outlet. That's Brooke Whipke here to the near side. Whipke, my apologies. And it'll be possession back to the Bobcats inside the early stages of this first quarter. Again, 4 15-minute quarters played here. In addition, there's a little bit of a change from the old system where you used to have the 2 35-minute halves, but now you have the 4 15-minute quarters. But the takeaway is you lose the timeout. You get those in between each quarter. And for coaches, I think they're pleased by the fact that it's the game now in the NCAA aligned with the international game. And for all the recruits coming over from overseas, it helps. There's less transition as opposed to the 2 long 35-minute halves. But if your team runs into a patch of struggle, you can't call a timeout just to change things. You have to hope that your leaders can work with you on the fly. Amanda Funaro to the far side. She loses out in possession. And Villanova will look to attack with Lydia Sidnor, senior from Pennsylvania. As we mentioned, 9 goals already on the season. But she immediately concedes possession right back with Ava Veldhorst, a freshman from the Netherlands. Long stretch pass looking for Whipke on the way through, but it is intercepted. And Villanova will reset from the back. However, a little bit of pressure there as Valerie Perkins wearing the number 5 jersey for the Bobcats. Able to force a mistake, and now Quinnipiac looking to press forward. Good tackle by Riley Dolan wearing the number 28, but the second time she gets called for the foul, it'll be Inez Ruiz Martinez to restart. That pass just a bit too strong for Jess Hawley, and it goes out of play. This Quinnipiac team certainly has an international flair to it. You have Struby, who comes by way of Poland, Veldhorst from the Netherlands, Hawley from Scotland, Ruiz Martinez from Spain, and then the goalie, Hedda Bierman-Ratjen, is a freshman from Hamburg, Germany. Dangerous play there by Villanova, playing it around right on top of their cage, and it is eventually swept to the far side. It was Devin Aschenbach that nearly got pickpocketed, but now it's Sidnor to the far side, trying to use her speed, and talking with head coach Joni Millhouse, saying that she's really one of those players that just has an engine pack, and it's an opportunity here for Villanova on the counter. The shot blocked away, still loose, and it's put in. It was a scramble right on the doorstep. But it looks like we're going to get a check of this goal, however, as it seemed like a couple of Quinnipiac players saying that might have actually hit a body of someone on the way through. If the goal stands, it looks like it's going to be Ciano's, but it's going to be our first check here of what could be potentially an overrule on the video review. But it was that counterattack that came from Sidnor to the far side. Sidnor, as I mentioned, Joni Millhouse saying that she has just great pace and someone that can really burst out of a cannon there. But she was able to start that counter and then eventually led to this goal. So let's take a look here. It's a transition opportunity. Sidnor took a deflection on the way through. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good goal. And it's actually Megan Vermeil who had the last touch to it. I think Quinnipiac was thinking that might have hit off of someone's foot or the shin. That took a deflection and stopped the run, but by the way that looked, it seemed that it was a pretty clean take. Good play there. It was originally on the shot going around the goalie and dodging Bierman-Ratjen. But this is the start that Villanova is certainly hoping for, going on the road and getting one early, as the officials are down below us right now having a look at this. And as it is always, you need clear and inconclusive evidence to get a reversal. But if it is going to be the goal, then that would be for Vermeil, and it would be her fourth of her career. And I did say that both of these teams, well, you don't have a chance to take a timeout in between the quarter, or during the quarters, I should say, but both coaches are doing the right thing right now and getting their players across. And if you're Villanova and Joni Millhouse, this must be ideal. Getting a goal early, this Villanova team that has struggled to play from in front, they've in fact given up the first goal in each of the last 6 games. If they can get this goal to stand, then they're going to be playing from in front, something that they haven't seen in the month of October. Certainly it is a long check by our referees down below, as we'll take a look at this one again here. And again, look to see if the ball makes contact with a player's foot or leg on the way through. That's certainly clean, as it hit off the shaft of Struby's stick. Might have been a scramble to the far side, saying that might have hit Vermeil on the way through. And it looks like the goal's going to stand. It's a good goal. So Villanova strike first. Inside of 3.5 minutes, Megan Vermeil is going to be credited with that goal after a scramble right on top of the goalie. So again, for this Villanova team, it is so important to try to get out and have a good start to this game. They do exactly that. And for Vermeil, senior from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, her 4th goal of her season. But that goal is number 20 in her career and nearing the half century in points as well. Now needs 1 to get to the 50-point career mark. A good stop, though, and the Bobcats immediately looking to press on the counter. And similar to Villanova, Quinnipiac is a team that has played from behind a lot over the last couple of weeks. This is now 5 consecutive games where they have conceded the first goal. The last time that they scored the opening goal was their lone win during this stretch. It was a 1-0 victory at home to Vermont back on the 22nd of September. Albeit, as I say that, Quinnipiac, their next game on the road away to Georgetown, they won in penalty strokes. They got a goal very late on. And then Amanda Funero scored the winner on strokes, as it will be a corner here. Quinnipiac able to draw it, and a chance for them now to try to tie things up very early on to this game. That ball skipped on the way through and hit a player. And Quinnipiac now, corner number 47 on the season, but they certainly have a number of weapons to go through. You have to wonder, though, Struby will be one of those key catalysts. She will start the closest outlet to Valerie Perkins. Perkins has 3 assists on the season, one of those in that 1-0 victory against Vermont. Will be the first test for Jordan McGinley in goal today for the Wildcats. It is Struby takes a shot, takes a deflection on the way through. Ball still loose. And it'll be possession back over to Villanova as the Wildcat defense able to get that early stop. And for McGinley, the sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey, coming in, taking over for Erica Miller, a second-team Big East selection last year. Just played 1 game, 35 minutes against the top side in the conference, UConn. Now getting the day-in, day-out action as Villanova's number 1. Seeing her team score and then getting that early stop off of a resulting corner just moments later, that will help herself and her team grow in confidence. Good control by Juliana Capello to bring that down. Capello still driving across. Capello looking to slide it through, and she does. And Quinnipiac, they score and they tie it. Well, how about that for immediate response there as Capello drove here to the near side. The freshman from Mohegan Lake, New York, picking up goal number 2 of her collegiate career. And she was the one who had the goal in late on against Georgetown to send it to overtime. And it's all transition here. Beautiful touch there by Capello, able to round the last defender. Still going, was looking for someone to send it across to, but then all of a sudden she saw the pads open up and is able to slide it home. So the response, a good one for Quinnipiac, less than 2 minutes after the Vermeil goal. And Capello, and her second of not only this season, but her collegiate career, ties things up here. Possession given right back, though. Villanova trying to press on the counter. This will be a foul just outside the circle. Well, of course, for any coach, you want to see a team respond after you concede a goal, and that's exactly what Quinnipiac got. Just trying to press, and it was just off of a poor clearance by the Villanova defense, and they're a team that scores their fair share of goals. They average 2.8 goals per game this season, but they also give up a number of goals, 3.7 conceded per game, and that's one of the lowest in this conference. So if you're Quinnipiac right now, a team that doesn't score many goals, they've only averaged about 1 goal per contest or just slightly over. Getting that early one to find the back of the cage, and it's also not coming from the number 8 in Bianca Struby. You're certainly going to feel good about yourself. It's Katie Capalbo whipping that one into the far side. There will be a foul. It'll be against Quinnipiac right outside of the circle. And Capalbo going a little bit early. The referee is going to ask for the ball to be placed in the right spot, and also for the defenders just to back up. So instead, Capalbo will reset, and Villanova will work it from the back. This is Aschenbach, and she'll switch it off to the far side. Shannon Drakely, a freshman from Westchester, Pennsylvania. This Villanova team, as you'd come to expect, very heavily recruited in southeastern Pennsylvania. Very much a hotbed for field hockey. A foul gets called against Villanova, so possession now going back here to the Bobcats. Again, JJ Duke here with you. Glad that you spend part of your Friday with us on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi. Goals coming in the 4th minute from Megan Vermeil, and it was confirmed after a video review. And then less than 2 minutes after, Quinnipiac ties it up with a goal from Juliana Capello. And for both teams, really, those are the first shots of the game as well. So now their goalie getting a chance to get warm, feel comfortable about their game as that ball pops all the way across to Villanova's goal scorer and Vermeil. Now Abby Siana, again a goal and an assist in Villanova's last contest against Bucknell. That ball sent through and had to be forced aside, and it will be a corner to come here. Lydia Sidnor was right on the doorstep looking for the deflection. And she ends up drawing a team's corner and talking with head coach Joni Millhouse before this contest. She said this team is outstanding at drawing corners, as you see there. Yep, going right off the shin of Funero. This team is really good at drawing corners, but they've had some inconsistency in putting them away, and she's hoping for a lot of the practice that the team put in this week that they're going to get an end result. It'll be Vermeil to send it in here from the near side. And now up to 49 career points with this Villanova team. To the near side, Siana with the drive, and the deflection just goes wide. It was Sidnor there. That's a set play. You look for someone just to drive in. Either it's going to be on the post and you look to shoot it wide and get the deflection, or you're going to have someone park themselves right in front of the goalie and look to direct it away from the keeper. Certainly it wasn't a goal, but I think Villanova will be happy about how that set piece went around. A few of the faithful of the Wildcats who made the drive up from Pennsylvania thought that that was going to be possession for them. Instead, it'll be back with Quinnipiac. It'll be Inez Ruiz-Martinez to restart. The league leader in defensive saves, does have 3 on the season, 16 now in her career, and last year was the NCAA statistical champion in that category when she registered 9 clearances off the line. Possession will go back to Villanova as this ball was pinned in the corner here in the near side, and with just under 6 minutes left to go in the opening stanza. Chance now for Quinnipiac just to hit that pressure a little bit higher up the field right now. And you saw off the first goal that they created, it was off of a turnover where Capella was able to intercept the ball, then go coast to coast, if you will, driving the near side and score. And it will be possession back to the Bobcats as Hallie sends it across. Still loose for Ava Veldhorst. She has to backtrack a little, of course, but still able to keep it within stick's length. And a penalty corner to come. It was deflected up. And a chance now for Quinnipiac for their second corner of the afternoon. So let's see what the Bobcats do here in this routine, as their first one really didn't get anything going, kind of shot off, but it took a deflection right off of a Quinnipiac player. And once again, this will be a test here for Jordan McGinley, who will no doubt be a bit disappointed in herself for giving up that goal. It was just a player driving right on goal side, and then all of a sudden the pads opened up at the wrong time, and if you will, Capello going 5-hole and put it through. The option to Ruiz-Martinez, switch to Struby. Struby with the shot kicked away. It's a good stop by McGinley. Still loose, and the second effort from Capello goes wide. Becca Main told me before this game that, well, you have to watch out whenever Struby gets the ball. As her international pedigree, she will shoot just about as hard as she can every time she has a look. That was a decent effort, but a better save from the sophomore netminder. Not a bad second chance as well, but Capello a little bit off canter and put it wide. But Capello going back on, slides it across. Quinnipiac really riding the wave of momentum. Amanda Blum driving across. Nearly a bit of a high stick there against Blum, but Villanova able to recompose themselves, get it out of danger. Finero. Good stop by Ruiz-Martinez. And again, the Bobcats looking to press forward with Blum. Couple of bodies aimed for inside the circle, but a foul against Quinnipiac. That was Michaela Adams, number 17 jersey, causing the infraction. Now Capalbo down this near flank, and a needed touch and a composed control from Olivia Howard. Trying to get it away from danger. Good pressure by Emily Clark, the fourth of what is a really good group of strikers and attackers for this Villanova team. Emily Clark, in addition to Siana Vermeil and Sidnor, all capable goal scorers and players that can really litter the stat sheet when the day calls upon it. Another reset to come here for Quinnipiac. And no doubt Villanova will be certainly buoyed by the fact that they got that early goal just 4 minutes into this game, but conceding almost immediately after. A real punch to the gut. Foul against Struby. She also fouls Capalbo on the way through. Has to be careful there, the Polish international. Struby, a longtime member of the Poland senior national team. Played with the youth setup starting back in 2009 and then graduated to the senior level in 2015. Played in the FIH World Series in Japan after the end of last season. Good pressure by Perkins. For some couple of careless passes there from Villanova, not playing at the safety as Drakely lost it. That ball lifted across, but will be going back the other way. And that's been the issue here for Villanova in this first quarter. A little bit too long in possession, and they're allowing Quinnipiac to press, certainly making a bit of a tougher outing thus far for Jordan McGinley, who's seen Quinnipiac getting a couple of looks right on top of her own cage, even when her team has the ball, just forcing the mistake, and then boom, 2 seconds later, you're going to get that shot on goal. Possession back to the Bobcats, and Howley looking to take quickly, and it works out nicely. Valerie Perkins trying to drive through, able to split a couple of defenders on the way through, but before that, a foul gets called just outside the circle with 2 minutes left to go. Foul by Shannon Drakely. Quinnipiac have already registered a couple of corners here in this first quarter. And once again, the referee not pleased by the placement of the restart. Ruiz Martinez took it about 2 yards back from where it was supposed to go. It's unfortunate as Halley made a great run off the ball. Still on here, Struby trying to fight for it. Second chance, good save. Still loose on the area. We go the other way. The initial shot coming from Brooke Whipke. And credit that to the goalie. Jordan McGinley left the trailing stick, and if she doesn't actually get a touch onto that, that ball might find its way into the far corner. Now we go the other way as Sidnor draws the foul. Again, she started that counter-attack that led to the opening goal from Vermeil. A player that possesses a lot of speed and a good knack around the goal as well. She certainly knows when to take her chances, and if it's not there, she's going to set up the opportunity. Well, with under a minute to go, Quinnipiac trying to go on that transition, but the pass just a bit too strong there, out of the reach of Perkins. Bad break there from the Bobcats. That pass is on target. Could break into an odd player opportunity. Right now, if you're Villanova, you're trying to see out the remainder of this first quarter. Obviously not pleased by the fact that you're still tied, but by the pressure that Villanova has seen Quinnipiac put on them, it could certainly be worse. Hannah Barsky trying to control right on the end line. And a foul against Emily Clark to the near side. Ruiz Martinez takes a look at the clock. She'll just drive it in, and that will do it for this first quarter. So goals came thick and fast early on. Megan Vermeil getting it started for Villanova in the 4th minute, but Juliana Capello ties it less than 2 minutes after. Back in a moment, you're watching a presentation of the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Welcome back here to Hamden, Connecticut. Villanova won, Quinnipiac won in this, the midway point of the 2019 Big East Field Hockey in-conference season. this amongst 4 games being held this Friday, as again, after today, we only have 3 more weeks before it is postseason time. 3 more games for each of these teams to get that opportunity to play into mid-November and perhaps, of course, lift that trophy coming up on Sunday, November the 10th. Again, JJ Duke here with you. Glad that you spend part of your Friday here with us. Thus far, it's been a rather quiet day for both of the goalies. Head of Bierman Ratyan for Quinnipiac, as you see in your screen, and earlier Jordan McGinley, though McGinley did have to come up with a couple of saves in this opening stanza. As we get underway again, the goal scorers in the 4th minute, Megan Vermeil off of a great counterattack by Lydia Sidnor, and then Juliana Capello less than 2 minutes after that, getting Quinnipiac right back even. The Bobcats in their home blue jerseys going from left to right. And they certainly had the lion's share of the attacking possession in that first quarter. Created a couple of turnovers right inside the attacking 25, and immediately they come back here with Amanda Blum to the near side. But a good interception, however, sees the pressure taken off for a moment. Capalbo able to guide it ahead, looking for Siana, but immediately taken back by Howard, but Howard assesses the foul. In talking with both head coaches prior to this game, both were pretty similar in how they went about this game. This is a matchup of 2 very even teams. The last 2 years, it was both games decided by 1 goal, as Sidnor, a player who scored in each of the last 2 matchups, sees herself dispossessed as Ruiz Martinez plays it to the far side. But yeah, Villanova winning the last 2 years by a score of 2-1. Both goal scorers are the same, Sidnor and Siana. And for both of these teams, they need the win. They need the result to keep their conference tournament hopes alive. And for Quinnipiac as well, that they'll be hosting this tournament in a few weeks' time. They don't want to be sitting around and watching 4 other teams go after it. They want to be in that group, but they're going to have to defend this penalty corner. So it'll be a corner to come here for the visitors. Give now Villanova their second of the matchup. They did have a good look on their first one. Chance through the middle that saw Sidnor deflect a shot just wide. Perhaps wondering if they're going to go through that same routine. Mentioned that this was a heavy portion of their week-long practice, trying to take advantage of the restart. It'll be Katie Capalbo to send it in here from the near side. They go short. Siana with the drive. Easy kick save that for Bierman Ratyan. Siana once again able to get past 1 defender. Struby helping out in defense, able to clear it away, and Quinnipiac can get out of dodge. Good stop though by Ashley Thomas, wearing the number 25 jersey. Possession back to the Wildcats. They'll have it just outside the attacking phase. Decent look that for Villanova. He goes short. Siana is the one option. If you do go short, direct that goal. It's going to be the most easiest for a goalie to see. That time, head of Bierman Ratyan able to kick it away. And also someone that just organized that back line so well off of that restart, able to clear the traffic in front. And now it presents a counter opportunity for the Bobcats. This is Struby. Has a couple of players inside the circle to aim after, and she'll look to go that way. That ball, though, popped right up, and Cabalbo will get a restart for her team. But immediately, again, this is the 3rd or 4th time already for Villanova that they've just cheaply given it up inside their own defensive third, and that's something that I know it's going to frustrate Joni Millhouse, seeing that her team presenting too many easy opportunities for the Bobcats, and something could be on here through the middle, sent to the far side, still on. And that shot just goes wide from Capello once again. She's been really active here, the freshman from Mohegan Lake, New York, already getting a goal on the day, and that's her 3rd really good look in this match. Does well to round a couple, still goes here, was just trying to tee it up to the far side for Veldhorst, but ends up taking a good look at it, gets a clean shot, no deflection on the way through, and just goes wide. Pass originally for Veldhorst, but Capello just staying with the play and making something happen. And once again, Quinnipiac gained back possession in an attacking area. It was just Hallie that time winning the ball back for her team. Blum draws the foul. Hallie for Struby from the near side. Fended off by a couple of Villanova defenders. This is good pressure here from the Wildcats, but how about that from Struby? Able to bypass two defenders, sends it across, and it's put in! Valerie Perkins on the far post, able to tuck that one past McGinley, and Quinnipiac, that's 2 goals unanswered. Well, that goal all set up by the work of Bianca Struby. How about that? Flipping it over a pair of defenders, drives it across, and it finds Perkins just right there on the back post, putting that one in. And, well, that's the goal that she was looking for. However, it looks like now Villanova is going to be asking for a review of this. But again, that play by Struby, able just to flip it up over a couple of defender sticks. I mean, that's just special skill. You look at Perkins, absolutely elated by getting that goal. She had a goal earlier this season against Columbia. And if it stands right there, that is going to be her second of this season. Player who a year ago had 4, along with 3 assists. She's equaled that assist total this campaign already. 2 of those coming earlier on the season in a game to Hofstra. Again, that part certainly taken clean. Struby across. Yeah, I wonder if Villanova claiming if that ball hit Capello on the leg on the way through, but it looked like it went off clean and just straight through. Yeah, actually, oh, you know what? That might have caught the inside of her knee. Let's see, right about here, was that stick or knee? And again, it has to be conclusive. The ball certainly does take a change in trajectory. But again, for the referees, it's gotta be conclusive. Again, from just full regular speed, that looked like it took a deflection on the way through, and then you're probably gonna have to actually give Capello the assist on that one because she did guide it across to a teammate. Unfortunate taking it away from Struby, who did all the work getting it there. But we wait for the decision from the officials, who for the second time here in this first half having a look. Perkins last year, 5-point day in conference action against Temple, hoping that she doesn't see this goal taken away. And this was an earlier opportunity for Capello trying to drive it onto the left. It was a really good take, I will say that much. There would have been no question if that goal went in. She's been flying here to start. Capello, along with Struby, just starting all the attacks, making things happen. More often than not, Quinnipiac been able to take away from it. It's certainly a long look by our officials. It's just down off to the left of the Villanova bench where they're having the looks at these replays. And Quinnipiac, they already tried to contest that the first goal of this game was one taken illegally, but the calls stand. And they're looking to see more of the same, but the more and more that it goes from the officials having extra looks might just cause a little thought of concern for Quinnipiac, who have done so well to get back into this. Again, they tied it up less than 2 minutes after Vermeil getting the opening goal of the game. I will say this for Quinnipiac, they don't seem too bemused or changing the attitude of having an elongated stoppage. In fact, waving to a couple of fans, making their way up here. Certainly it's kind of an odd day here as well in Hamden, where the last couple of days we've had on and off rain and on and off really heavy wind. We had a little bit of a downpour before the start of this game, but the wind has stayed consistent all the way through. The players don't seem too mindful of it. As we're going to take one more look at it. Again, this is what they're looking at right here. Does it hit Capello's inside of her knee, or does it hit the stick? If it hits the stick, it's a good goal. But if it hits the inside of the knee, well, we're going to be going back the other way. And we have still yet to see an emergence from either of our officials. You can see the ball does move slightly in terms of the trajectory. If it goes straight through, you have to figure that McGinley's going to get a touch to it and just put it aside. But if it does hit her stick and not the inside of her knee, then it's going to be a good goal. Now, there is no official time limit in terms of how long that the referees can look, but again, it's clear and obvious if there is something that was missed during the run of play, then that's going to change the outcome. But if the goal does stand, it would be a good goal, and it would be the second of the season for Valerie Perkins. Even some of the players right now are looking to see if the video board is going to show the replay of it. Unfortunately, right now it's showing the Quinnipiac entire season schedule of home games here at this outstanding facility that was built just a couple of years back. In addition to a new soccer and lacrosse stadium that's literally a stone's throw from where we are right now. In fact, I think I see the men's team for Quinnipiac getting some practice in. And now the officials have come out, so let's see what they're going to award this as both head coaches are going to come right to the center of the field. Now it looks like the goal is going to be overturned. I just see Joni Millhouse give a thumbs up to her team, and well, this is a bad break for Quinnipiac. Because then the ball must have hit the inside of a knee. So here we go. Oh, you know what? Now see, interesting from that view, if we could wind that back just a little bit more, does that actually hit someone on Villanova on the way through? See, that's a little too tough to tell. So, yeah, it's going to be back with Villanova here. And it was, in fact, last touch off of Capella, being told that right now. So, no goal. You can wipe that one off the board, and we're back level at 1. Well, that's why you do have the video reviews in case of moments like that, and especially in the postseason when a game can be changed on one outcome. Have to use them when the right time calls upon. Let's see especially now how Quinnipiac responds after thinking you go ahead, a lengthy delay, and then find out that you're back exactly where you started. The one thing that hasn't changed is this high pressure from the hosts. They're pinning 5, 6, 7 players inside the attacking half when in defense. Just Hallie thinking that a foul in her team's direction. In fact, it'll be possession back to Quinnipiac, and I think the referee is going to take out a green card as well. So, player down situation coming. Olivia Howard is going to be sitting for 2 minutes, generating a green card. So let's see now how Villanova take this opportunity. 13th time this season that Quinnipiac have had to play a player down. And for Villanova right now, again, you get all that extra energy from seeing a goal wiped off what would have been the go-ahead goal for Quinnipiac. Now you have a player up, and you're looking for that little extra burst of emotion. Both of these teams know how important this game is right now and how one mistake, one moment of brilliance perhaps, could be the outcome. Could have been the mistake there of Howard getting a green card assessed, be the difference. Again, still very much early on, but you never know. As Abby Siana driving in the near side, looking to draw a corner, but in fact we go the other way. Green card came at 10 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the second quarter, so we're just nearly about a minute in or so to Howard sitting. And again, when a team does go down a player, there's not going to be a whole lot of rush for Quinnipiac to get this one restarted. As Struby try to send it to length. Good control that by Capalbo. Well, there's a late whistle. And now the referee's going to ask this one to be backed all the way. And Villanova, this is a couple times now, seeing their emotions show off of trying to get the ball back in play, get it rolling, but the referees are keen on making sure that the restarts are taken in the right place at the right time. That pass doesn't get through, gets caught up, however, against Blum, and it looks like now, yeah, going to be another green card. Delay a game against Amanda Blum. Well, how about this here? This is very important for Villanova. They're going to be up 2 players right now for the better part of 30 seconds. They need to generate a look here. That ball, though, hits off of the foot of, I think, Siana. Oh, now the referee is going to stop play here, and it's going to be a corner. There's an overrule by the back judge. And it will be an opportunity now. Villanova up 2 players. It's only going to be for another 16 seconds before it'll be back to 11 on 10. The third corner of the afternoon for the visitors. Our referees, by the way, Donna Chung and Renee Zelkin. And it was this near side official, Donna Chung, who made the overrule, said that that ball did hit off of a Quinnipiac defender. And let's see again. This is how it was generated. Yeah, that ball clearly hit off of Michaela Dugan. Yep. On the way through. The corner to come now. Vermeil to insert. Swing to Dolan, takes a good deflection. A nice stop that time by the fly, and Brooke Whipke able to drive out quickly off of her line. And we should be back to 1 player back on for Quinnipiac. Yeah, they did get that player back on, so 11 v 10 for still another minute plus. But a foul by Villanova will give the Bobcats a chance just to relieve a bit of pressure here. Again, remember, Quinnipiac getting a goal wiped off the board just past 4 minutes gone into the second quarter. And then it's been all Villanova since then, piling on the pressure, having a chance of 30 seconds playing up 2 players. And still Villanova carrying forward here. Sidnor to the far side, looking around the edge, guarded well by Amanda Funero. But a possession back to the hosts. Must be coming very close now to getting that second player back here for Quinnipiac. That should be coming right about now. A foul against Villanova. And this will allow Quinnipiac again just to relieve a little bit more pressure. And there we go. Second player on Amanda Blum, so we're back to all square. Even strength for both sides. So fair play that to Quinnipiac, actually, to see off 2 green cards, going down 2 players for a better part of 30 seconds or so. And fending off of a good corner. But now immediately for the Bobcats, they're going to put that press up high and force turnovers, and they get one right back as Whipke able to induce an error. Whipke driving on the end line, stumbles, able to regain herself and draws the foul. Again, nearly did what Struby did before the goal was eventually wiped out, try to split a double team. Whipke does really well again. She fell on her own there and almost did enough just to split 2, but she still drew the foul. Nikki Pierce was the one called for the whistle. Sidnor trying to get past Funero, and a good stand-up by Amanda Funero. However, a foul does come against Quinnipiac. A little bit start-stop here over the last few minutes. A near giveaway by Riley Dolan, but back in possession. Ava Veldhorst not giving her much room to work. So Dolan will try the far side. A foul goes against the hosts. Shot total right now, 6-5 in favor of the Bobcats. Immediately back in by Emma McLaughlin. Centering ball cleared away. Guided well by Dugan. Factor finds an outlet in Capello, who's driven all the way to that far side. Doesn't really have too much to work with on the way through, but she's able to find Veldhorst, and Quinnipiac can clear their lines. Ball that finds Hallie on the way through. Jess Hallie trying to get herself into a good position, but has to take a bit of a U-turn there. Guides it back. Veldhorst drives it into the area. Good stop by Kristen Pennington. And it'll be a foul against Quinnipiac. Not a bad look there in transition for Quinnipiac. Veldhorst certainly got something in on this one, but a calm stop by Pennington, senior from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Able to get her team back in possession after the foul was conceded by Quinnipiac. Capalbo once again looking to drive here on this near side. Runs into Jess Hawley. A good reverse by Pierce, getting out wide for Drakely, who's working out on that right outside flank. An outside defender here for Villanova. Again, they're looking for their first win in conference play this year. They're 0-3 coming into today. Quinnipiac at 1-2 thus far in the season against Big East opposition. Good takeaway by Veldhorst. Veldhorst going to try to go on her own. Does have a couple of players ahead of her. Nice ball for Struby, just a bit too far. Still loose in the area. This is Capello on the end line. Trying to get it across. Still being fought for. And a foul against Quinnipiac. Boy, not a bad effort there. Capello, difficult to bring down. The goalie got something to this here, but you have to question McGinley a little bit. That might have hopped up just a bit high on the pad, so she couldn't get enough behind it to clear it away. But Capello, again, so active, just buzzing in that area, trying to make something happen. There's now Blum. She gets fouled. Pierce getting called for the foul, and it'll be Ruiz Martinez to insert. Goes quickly. This is Blum. Didn't get that shot inside the area, mind you, but still could be on. That shot goes wide. Whipkey, but it took a deflection. So possession back to Quinnipiac under 3 minutes left. And both goals coming inside the first 6 minutes of this game. Vermeil for Villanova, Capello for Quinnipiac. And then a goal wiped off from Valerie Perkins at about the 20th minute here in this match. Eventually that long ball goes straight out of play. But again, you're going to see Quinnipiac. They're going to put 7, now 8 players inside the attacking half. Again, trying to force mistakes, and there have been a few of them today by Villanova inside their defensive third. Quinnipiac did get their goal that stood from a transition opportunity. It was Capello who picked the pocket of a Villanova defender and then went the length, driving on the baseline, then slipping it past Jordan McGinley. And there's another giveaway. It's Veldhorst. Veldhorst still going on, looking to send it across. Trying to get the corner there, but never caught a foot. Capalbo to get it away. But again, another mistake, this time by Emily Clark, helping back in defense. And Hallie will reset inside the 25. A 100 seconds left here in the second quarter. Inez Ruiz Martinez almost trying to pull a page out of Bianca Struby's book and go that little clip move over the top, trying to split the double team. Possession back to Quinnipiac right by the corner. Minute 15 now left to go here in the second. Ruiz Martinez will drive that in. Good block. Nikki Pierce, brave defending that time. Charging right on Inez Ruiz Martinez. That ball still sent across and had to be kicked wide by McGinley. Nearly found Capello on the way through. But McGinley does well to be aware of the situation. Clark still fighting, trying to battle. She draws the foul. Hallie gets whistled. And with 40 seconds left, Villanova can't turn off just yet, however. His one mistake could lead to a late counter. Nearly came, actually. Whipkey nearly dispossessed. Whipkey again, pressing, doing a lot of work defensively despite being an offensive player. And it will be possession to Quinnipiac as Sidnor took it over the line. Finero finessing it ahead towards Struby. That's a foul against Villanova. Not too much time left. Villanova have to hurry. Struby with 3 seconds with 2. Ruiz Martinez will wind it in, but not after the horn. That will do it for this first 30 minutes between Quinnipiac and Villanova. No goals in the second quarter. Remember, one was taken off the board. Valerie Perkins thought that she got her team ahead, but we are tied at 1 through 30 minutes of play. We'll step aside. More to come. You're watching a presentation of the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
Welcome back here to Hamden, Connecticut. Your score through 30 minutes of play. It is Villanova 1, Quinnipiac 1, as the Cannons are out watering the field. It is a little bit of an overcast day. We've had on and off sprinkle here during this first half, but again, you got to reapply the conditions and get ready to go for the second half. But we take a look at your highlights from the first 30 minutes. 2 goals, 1 for each team, scored inside the first 6 minutes. This was a counterattack opportunity for Villanova, something that they worked on during the week, and it works out where the speed demon of Lydia Sidnor starts it, and then the finishing touch comes from Megan Vermeil. This goal was challenged by Quinnipiac, but to no avail, as you saw Bianca Struby, the number 8 in blue, asking for the play to be looked at, but it was a clean goal, and again, it started with the great move of Sidnor out wide. She found an option out on the far side, and eventually it found its way into the back of the net. And then Quinnipiac would get their moment just shortly after, less than 2 minutes after they got. Well, actually, this is the goal that came a little bit later on. This is the goal that was wiped away after a goal scored by Juliana Capello. Quinnipiac thought that they went ahead here at this point, but after a referral, the goal was waved off because it hit Capello on the way through, and unfortunate for Valerie Perkins, I should say, she was the one that saw her goal wiped away. But the goal for Quinnipiac came in the 6th minute from Capello, tying things at 1. We'll step aside once again here from Hamden, Connecticut. More to come in the third quarter, shortly to follow. You're watching a presentation of Big East Field Hockey right here on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
Welcome back here, moments away from the start of the third quarter between Villanova and Quinnipiac. 1-1 between the two teams. Again, both goals coming inside the first 6 minutes of this game. Megan Vermeil in the 4th minute for Villanova, and officially actually just been changed in the 5th minute now, we're calling it, for Juliana Capello, her second goal of this season. Take a look at the stats here from that first half, and again, both coaches kind of said that this matchup is going to be very even, and you see the stats through the first 30. Yep, pretty much not much to pick between the two sides right now. Villanova a little bit more dangerous on their corners as opposed to Quinnipiac, but the Bobcats with their high pressure, that's what's been keeping them out in front, at least in stretches. And in talking with head coach Becca Main of the Bobcats, she said she's looking for her team now to put together a full 60-minute game. Thus far, you have to say that both teams are going about their plan as you would like. Yes, Quinnipiac would say that they've been up the better game in this between the two teams. But again, with the goal that was waved off, okay, so you have the scoreline still going for you, but it's still all to play for the Bobcats trying to pick up their second win in conference play this season. For Villanova on the opposite side, they did what they wanted. They wanted to jump out to an early lead. That's something that they haven't done in quite a long time. They have played from behind in their last 6 games, albeit their last game that they won was this past Sunday, but they did so in come-from-behind fashion with Abby Siana getting the winner. So let's see how this second half pans out. Again, the 4 15-minute quarters, Quinnipiac and their goalie, Hedda Bierman-Ratyan, carrying in that box would be all the masks that the players wear when they defend corners. They'll be going from right to left on your screen. And also say this too, certainly got a bit darker outside and the wind has picked up just a little bit more. We've had wind gusts closing in on 30 miles an hour today in Hamden. As we're underway, again, Villanova in their road white jerseys with the blue numbers, Quinnipiac in the home blues with the plaid front and the white numbers on the back. This is where Quinnipiac won the better portion of the first half by putting 5, 6, maybe even sometimes 7 field players inside the attacking half on defense, forcing turnovers and creating just a little bit of chaos. That was actually one thing that Becca Main did not mention in our chat with her yesterday afternoon. But it certainly worked out nicely. And when you play teams year in and year out, and when you have the last 2 matchups being by the same scoreline of 2-1 in favor of Villanova, you might have to go deep into your bag of tricks and make something happen. And thus far for Quinnipiac, it has worked nicely in their favor. Capello gets called for the foul, and Riley Dolan will reset. Ball switch to the far side for Katie Capalbo. Very active in that first 30 minutes, the sophomore from Wallingford, Pennsylvania. Now out wide to Abby Siana. This is good composed possession here from the visitors. Knocking it from side to side, trying to make Quinnipiac do more work off the ball. And for both of these teams, it's the first of a 2-game weekend. After this game, Quinnipiac will travel up to Orono, Maine to take on the University of Maine. And for Villanova, after this contest, they'll be traveling right back home to take on LaSalle on Sunday. Foul here to the near side. Villanova back in possession as Sidnor got impeded. Emma McLaughlin, senior from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, will restart. Drakely back out with McLaughlin. Nearly lost the handle there, and she does eventually lose the handle. Quinnipiac tried to hit quickly on the break, but the pass from Whipkey was just a bit too strong. It'll be Villanova to reset. It'll be Kristen Pennington to reverse field to the far side. That pass forcing Siana onto a run, but it goes out of play. And again, when we look back at this Villanova team, a team that does score in bunches, they concede more. Villanova averaging scoring 2.8 goals per game, but conceding close to 4 per contest. They have to be happy about keeping a team like Quinnipiac relatively quiet on the board. Yes, they did concede the goal, but still, they've had a better start here the second half than the host. But Struby able to come back and win possession for her team. As you hear the wind pick up, and it is absolutely gusting out there right now. A long ball. It's not a bad one, just over the top here. Capello trying to get there, but a nice slide by McGinley to keep it away. And the second chance, still Capello, and eventually goes out of play, and it'll be possession back over to Villanova. Not a bad idea, just lofting that one over the top. And excuse me, that's actually a change in goal. It's Claire Borman who's now coming in goal here for Villanova. My apologies on that one. It's Borman, freshman from Westchester, making her first notable contribution. Not sure the reasoning why that McGinley came out. Borman, though, has played in 4 contests this season. Actually earned the victory in relief against Bucknell at 8 saves in 37 minutes. So perhaps maybe looking for that same formula as Joni Millhouse, the longtime head coach of the Villanova field hockey program, is Vermeil trying to get her way inside. Good stop by Inez Ruiz Martinez. And a green card will be shown for the first time this afternoon. Villanova will see a player serve 2 minutes. It will be Capalbo to sit. Quinnipiac in that first half, they actually went down 2 players at one point. And you'll see Capalbo first with the foul and then kept going. And the referees have been consistent. Not going to be falling for any sort of extracurricular players trying to perhaps jump the gun with the whistle. And that time with Villanova already being called for the foul. Can't go forward when you're not supposed to be in possession. So Quinnipiac up a player here, about 1:40 seconds left to go. They need to try to get the upper hand for the first time in this second half. Good turn by Veldhorst. Ava Veldhorst trying to sweep it into the area. It's guided away. Hallie, though, good interception. Just Hallie, and a corner to come for persistent infringement by Megan Vermeil. Good job there by the sophomore from Glasgow, Scotland, former Scotland under-18 captain. And she draws the restart here, and again, it's another poor clearance from Villanova. That's been the real trouble spot today, giving up opportunities in transition, and Hallie just kept going and going, and now an opportunity for the host to try to go back out in front. Quinnipiac leading in shot totals right now, officially at 8-5. They're looking to try to take the lead. Again, just a few minutes into the second quarter, Valerie Perkins' goal, 3:45 into the quarter to be exact, it was waved off. So Quinnipiac looking for the lead outright. This is Struby with the shot. Good save by Borman. Still loose on the near side with Perkins. And another corner to come. Oh, that's a really good save by Claire Borman. Going down low and stopping this absolute rocket. And I like the position as well from Borman. It's a really aggressive take. And she was able to get down and block her aside. The freshman reserve goalie with a 3.71 goals against, but does have a save percentage north of .720 on the year. And Quinnipiac on the player advantage with Katie Capalbo serving 2 minutes for a green card. Just about halfway through that. It'll be Perkins once again to insert from the near side. Struby once again, deflection on the way through, and watch out as that ball is going to go down across the way and into the ravine. Good start by the fly off the goal line for Villanova, deflecting that shot. And the Polish international will once again restart from the top of the attacking area. Good ball, though, to the near side, but it takes an odd hop past Michaela Adams' stick and goes out of bounds. So Villanova dodging that one. Still have a little bit of time left before they're back to even strength. 20 seconds now to be exact. A near giveaway once again as Quinnipiac continuing to press high. Ruiz Martinez forces the turnover. And we're now back to even strength. So both teams killing off green cards here in this contest. And we go the other way. A couple of good corner routines, though, from the Bobcats during that sequence. Forcing a really good save, the first one by Borman, and that could be a game changer right there. With the freshman netminder coming up with the stop. Her second now officially of this third quarter. The Bobcats continue to press, however, as Struby will round to the far side, looking for a player in the middle. It's not a bad ball, still loose in the area. Still loose, Capello trying to bring it onto the right side. Now Capello at the backhand, it took a deflection out. And the restart from Quinnipiac. Now again, Juliana Capello has been absolutely everywhere in offense here this afternoon. Getting her second goal of the season. Nearly getting an assist as well, but that pass from Ruiz Martinez, that's a bit disappointing there. Adams let that go by. It'll be out for Villanova to restart. Coming up on the halfway mark of this third quarter. And after a couple of minutes just of possession from Villanova, it's been as you were, Quinnipiac pressing high. And they look like they're the more urgent of the two teams right now, trying to get that result, going back to 500 in conference play. And time is ticking here for the Wildcats. They know that if they don't get a victory from this contest, they're not mathematically eliminated from the postseason, but they're going to make their life a whole lot more difficult, especially with the next match away to UConn. And that's not a game that you want to be playing when you're seeking, home, I should say, to UConn. But still, that's not a game that you're looking to seek your first victory in conference play. UConn, the projected top team here in Big East field hockey. Always a contender for a national championship year in, year out. So they have to get something here from today. Sid Noor, that's a player that you want on the ball. With their great speed out wide. Sends that across. Capaldo nearly gets to it. Adams, though, looking to be diligent in defending and finds an outlet with Ava Veldhorst. Doesn't have much to go with, but Veldhorst, great speed onto the edge, going past two defenders. That's brilliant work there by Ava Veldhorst. Perkins trying to keep the possession going, takes a deflection off of Ashley Thomas. This is Struby, will wind it into the area, but that will be going the other way. That was a great release, though, by Ava Veldhorst. Started by Adams, did really well to fend off a double team and then find the outlet. And then Veldhorst just scampering to the races here on the near side. Great pace there by the freshman from the Netherlands. But again, just the lack of composure in the back from Villanova's Pennington, a senior. That's one of the last players you'd expect to have a poor touch. Had to force the goalie to kick it back to her. While Quinnipiac have continued to keep this press up high, they're hoping to get an end reward from it. Of course, getting the first goal by way of this pressure. That was back in the first quarter, however. Long stretch pass just a bit too far. Olivia Howard will reset. Our pass got deflected out. It will be Quinnipiac to reset with 5:27 left to go here in the third. Again, JJ Duke here with you. Glad that you can spend part of your Friday afternoon here with us from Hamden, Connecticut. As these two teams trying to get their way back up the Big East standings. And all four teams in action here this afternoon. Trying to do our best to get some scores elsewhere. Should be one game already done and dusted. There's a 1 o'clock start between Temple and Georgetown. Actually, both teams will certainly have their eye on that one. Georgetown, a team that Quinnipiac beat a couple of weeks ago. Outlet here the near side for Emma McLaughlin. Looking to loft that forward, but Ruiz Martinez trying to keep it within stick's length, and she does. Good work there. Nearly lost it, did Ruiz Martinez, but gets it right back and will guide it here the near side, looking for the run of Amanda Blum. Good pressure. Capello. She thought that she was in, cleanly dispossessed Pennington. But Quinnipiac will reset to the far side. That pass going out of play, though. Too far for Struby to bring it in. But immediately, again, that's just been the problem today for Villanova. And you would have had to think that Joni Millhouse would have told her team to be more diligent in passing off restarts or from your own back line. It just hasn't come today. Great control by Veldhorst, and it turns into a 3-on-3 rush. Chance now, Cabello trying to get there, but a needed stop. That is Pennington, that time showing her experience and poise. Coming away with a needed stop, and now Villanova back looking on the counter. That ball's a good one as it finds Emily Clark to the near side. And she's got a couple of players to aim for. That ball goes on its way through. It'll be possession back to Quinnipiac as it hit Vermeil. I was interested why the referee was waiting just a little bit long there to call that one back. This was that last chance here, and Clark does really well, and it's not a bad ball, but yeah, the referee should have probably just stopped it right there as it hit off the shin of Vermeil. Nonetheless, Quinnipiac dodged that. Started from Pennington in the back, coming up with a good play on a potential 3v3 break. Persistent fouling on the far side sees possession back with Villanova. And Riley Dolan, junior from Broomall, Pennsylvania, will restart it. A goal and 4 assists on the season, scored against Penn. Trying to help her team get going here. Not a great clearance by Quinnipiac. McLaughlin back to it. Looking for Clark on the near side. On the end line, nice spin by Clark. She took that one out of play, but it was deflected. So possession will go back to Villanova. Trying to end this third quarter on the high note. And still looking for the go-ahead goal here, both of these teams are. Ball sent through. Clark is in, going around the goalie, but a needed stop. And possession back the other way. Bierman Ratyan coming up with a big play there. Read that play from the start and just sprawling out just to get something to this here. You have to credit the freshman's starting position on that, getting the stick in the right spot. Otherwise, the junior and Emily Clark, she was in. That was the moment I think Villanova were looking for. Just to get one of their 4 highly touted forwards just a look. But it could be on for Sidnor now. Has one in the area at Siana, now waits for Vermeil to get across. That ball pops all the way through. It's Ashley Thomas getting forward. A little late to react, and it will be a corner. Jess Halley certainly not thinking that that was the case. But again, with Quinnipiac losing their referral already, it's going to be now a corner to come. Sidnor did well to wait for that ball to get to her. And eventually, late coming into your picture, it was Thomas, and Thomas eventually drew the call. And with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, this is the chance that the Wildcats have been waiting for. Again, as I said, a simple mistake or a moment of brilliance could be the outcome here in this contest, and Kristen Pennington, who has 2 assists this season, will be the insert. And Hedda Bierman Ratyan's been good here when she's been called upon. That shot gets deflected in. Pennington right on the doorstep, taking the shot from Siana, and Villanova leads 2-1. Great hands right on the doorstep. And again, Villanova getting the moment that they needed. Unfortunate there for Bierman Ratyan. Wasn't able to read that at the right time. And Villanova getting their second goal, and one that, again, they've been working hard defensively to get. And again, here's the chance here. So Pennington off the insert, and just watch her glide to the near post. And excuse me, that wasn't Pennington. That was Riley Dolan who gets the deflection right on top. And all of a sudden now, after Quinnipiac pressing for what seemed to be 45 minutes, now they're going to have to play from behind yet again. And now Villanova trying to see out the remaining 20 seconds. Again, we'll get confirmation of that goal in just a moment here, but it looked like it was Dolan. I thought for a second Pennington glided over and got the hands to it, but regardless of how it goes in and who deflected it in, it goes in. Takeaway, though. One late burst here for Quinnipiac. A foul that goes against the Bobcats. And that will do it for the third quarter. A big goal late on, giving Villanova a 1-goal lead. It was off the restart, deflected in. And that's exactly what Villanova's looking for. We'll step aside. Fourth quarter coming your way in a moment. You're watching the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan in 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go no.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Fourth quarter moments away from beginning here in Hamden, Connecticut. Quinnipiac, after dominating the majority of that third quarter, they see Villanova scoring off of a corner. And that player right there originally thought it was actually Pennington, the one that got her hands to it, but it was the number 21, the player that Villanova needs to get goals from in a day like this, Lydia Sidnor, getting her 10th goal of the season. And coming into today, she was second best in the Big East in goals scored in the 2019 campaign. But when you ask for the big players to rise up to the moment, you get them. And Lydia Sidnor picks up the goal. And it's funny enough because you have now her scoring in each of the last 3 meetings between the two teams on the seasons. Fourth quarter ready to begin. We're underway. And immediately as the whistle goes, the rains start lightly falling down here in Hamden once again. Inez Ruiz-Martinez trying to send that through. It gets knocked here the near side where Drakely will bring it down. Well, Quinnipiac is certainly going to be asking for that extra surge of energy. That second win that athletes are always striving for. And on their home field, they were playing really well in that third quarter, had a couple of chances, went up a player when Katie Capalbo was serving a green card. They need to get that game-tying goal once again, and a corner will be drawn here as Struby earned it. She had a couple of chances in that early stages of the third quarter off corners, had one shot saved by substitute goalie Claire Borman. But now Quinnipiac will get another look here with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. It's a big moment right now for Borman and the rest of her defensive unit. Again, going ahead late on the third, but as it stood, immediately after going ahead early on, a goal was conceded moments after. Could happen again here, you know. But first, Villanova have to fend off this penalty corner. Ruiz-Martinez switch with Struby. Her shot didn't get a lot of it on the way through. Still on for Veldhorst off the post. But before that, the referee calls it back. And this will allow Villanova to reset defensively, and that's a big moment right there. As the referee called that shot a bit of a dangerous one. Veldhorst did well to bring that down under some duress and get a shot off, but it was called back before all that happened. So now Villanova looking to break out with Sidnor. Looking to drive end line. That great speed that she has. Sends it across, and it just goes past Vermeil. That's a great look from the run of play, and those are the two upperclassmen trying to link up there. Vermeil was right on the doorstep, but just couldn't get something to this. But look at that speed from Sidnor getting across, but she just couldn't get the end result. Quinnipiac will come right back, however. Michaela Adams, her pass Took a little bit of a deflection on the way through. Veldhorst, she draws the restart for her team, dispossessing Drakely and draws the foul. Ava Veldhorst now met by the double team, trying to split her way through. Villanova get away with that, and they'll look to hit on the counter, but that pass going too strong for Vermeil. Ruiz Martinez's pass not finding the target. Olivia Howard just a little bit behind that play. And Villanova can take a sigh of relief and just compose themselves. And the game winner as it stands right now, Lydia Sidnor with a deflection off of a corner with just over a minute to go in the third. And each of the last 2 years, Villanova have won by a 2-1 scoreline. Sidnor has been in on all 3 of those games getting a goal. Abby Siana had goals in all 3 of her career meetings, now in her 4th year with this Villanova program. She does have an assist, got the assist credited to on that last goal. But possession immediately given back up by Quinnipiac, and Drakely will pump that ahead only as far as Inez Ruiz Martinez. Hallie giving issues to Devin Ashen back. A foul gets called against Villanova, and Quinnipiac, they've been pressing very high throughout this game, trying to force issues. You have to think maybe even a little bit more aggressive approach in this final quarter, trying to dispossess. And if you go down, you might as well go down swinging. This ball sent across, kicked aside by Mirman Ratyan, but not fully out of danger just yet. Whipped back into the area, and that one goes all the way through now. Was there a touch on the way forward? And the referee is going to take a look at this, not even waiting for a potential referral. Not sure if that took a deflection on the way through, but this is a big call right here. Again, there was no official notice from the official saying goal or no goal, but you see the clearance from Dugan goes outside. And again, any ball that's struck outside the area has to take a deflection on the way through. I know I don't know about that. I want to see that one more time perhaps. It might have taken a little nick off of someone. Okay, so the ball taken outside. Capalbo with the shot. Now, does this go off of a Quinnipiac or Villanova player? Okay, so the ball gets redeflected. Now the question is, who's it off of? If it's off of Villanova's stick, then it's a good goal. But if it's going to be off of that Quinnipiac, there's a defender just right there on the far side, then the ball will just come out. Again, you need to have contact inside the attacking circle, otherwise the goal is going to be wiped off. You see the ball change trajectory just before it gets to Bierman Ratyan. And she was sprawling in that near side official. Donna Chung immediately just going to the video. But this, like the goal that was waved off for Quinnipiac just early on the second quarter, this might take a little while to get going and get a decision. Again, just in real time, it doesn't look like anything goes through. The ball just goes straight in, but it definitely looks on slow motion. Someone gets some sort of contact to it. There's 3 actual candidates. I'll say that first Quinnipiac defender, again, it's tough to tell from the slow angle to see who has it. Could have been that first Quinnipiac defender or the player on the doorstep. Certainly, though, the way that Villanova has been playing last, say, 7 minutes of game time, they've had the better hand in this game. I'm going to take a look at this again from another angle. Yeah, this might actually, I would say, probably level tell who had it. Though, if anything, Siana, I think, was the closest to it, having her hand up. We're just going to have to wait and see what the officials are going to determine out of this. Again, it didn't look like anything was said, so if there's anything that's conclusive, then we'll obviously get a decision. But if it's inconclusive again, we're probably going to have this be no goal. And it'll be possession to Quinnipiac because, again, you can't score from outside the circle. It does look like it takes a knock off someone on the way through. Villanova right now, again, they'll be happy by how they've played in these last few minutes of the game. And even if the goal doesn't stand, then they feel like they can go on and finish this one out. It's exactly what Joni Millhouse has been looking for from her team over the last couple of weeks. You know, saying in that Bucknell game last Sunday that they needed to grind it out. They needed to get something from their efforts. They had a really good game, she said, in their contest prior to that against Providence at home. They did lose that one by 3-1, but they just needed to get rewarded for the work that they put in over the last couple of weeks. They get it against Bucknell, also coming from behind. But today, right now, they've been weathering the storm, and if they get this goal to go, then they're going to be in business. The referees are going to come out. They have seen enough, and this is going to be important here. Okay, I'm hearing from downstairs that there's no touch, and it's going to be no goal. Again, these reviews have to be conclusive to change the outcome. Again, there was no referral requested by Quinnipiac, so it was always going to be a check from the officials regardless. So no goal. Remain at 2-1, and they're going to go to the original decision saying that the ball was scored, if you will, or put into the net by outside of the 16-yard circle. So it remains 2-1 in favor of Villanova. And Quinnipiac, they've now been given second life here, and let's see how they can take advantage of it. Capello just nearly keeping in the far side. She's been really good all match long. It'll be a foul against the Bobcats. You have to think right now, okay, if you get that break here in sports, you feel like you now have to take the onus upon yourself and go get one. As I said, though, with Villanova, the way that they've been playing here over the last now, say, 8-9 minutes of this game, they feel like they've been the better team and they can get a result out of it here. But this game's certainly still very much in the balance. The one thing you can say after that lengthy stoppage is that both coaches just got gifted a timeout, something that's been taken away from the change of the 2 35-minute halves to the 4 15-minute quarters. You don't get timeouts to use. So both coaches now have had an opportunity to speak with their teams at least once in each of the halves because of goal referrals. And especially here late on in this fourth quarter, getting a chance to talk with your team is so valuable, especially for now Quinnipiac being a team that's trailing by 2. Long ball over the top, and it's a great ball. Chasing it down is Brooke Whipkey. Has 2 players inside the circle. Whipkey still going on to the backhand, but it goes wide. Not a bad shot there. And a good counter-attack coming for Quinnipiac, and that's something that they're going to need in a game like this now, just looking for that one chance, that one moment to be the difference maker, and for the host, it's a get-back level. The Quinnipiac baseball team making the trot over after practice, trying to be that extra support to their teammates. Down on the field, looking to be perhaps that extra player, an extra voice to get them through. A game that is so important for both teams right now. Results have to come, and they have to start coming thick and furious. A giveaway in the middle of the park. That's the one difference, though, for Villanova. Earlier in this game, the giveaways are in their own defensive third. Now, at the midfield line, it's not the worst case in the world. At least you have a chance to reset defensively. Great ball from Ruiz Martinez. Now Veldhorst. Still Veldhorst, but she got fouled just outside the circle. Now a foul gets called, and this will go against Quinnipiac, and we'll be going the other way. One score that's actually already in. It's a bit notable for both of these teams. Temple coming away with a 2-1 victory over Georgetown. There's a bit of importance to that as well, because the way that how the standings are working at the moment, well, Temple, they're the team at the bottom, but they get a result back, knocking now Georgetown to 1-3. So that's one of the teams in this bottom half. You get a 3-loss team in there, a team that could potentially compete for a top spot, and then you're going to have Providence and Old Dominion. They're going to be facing off, I believe, soon. Old Dominion's taking on Liberty, and then Providence to UConn. Trying to have a couple of teams getting a loss or two. That's actually going to help both of these teams end all be all. I think the only difference is if Providence can go get a win to UConn, or Old Dominion gets a win away to Liberty. Chance now for Clark in the area. Fighting against 3 defenders. Struby knocks it away. In the area, Funaro clears, but not fully out of danger yet, but the shot goes wide from McLaughlin. The ball fell to the grateful hands of Emma McLaughlin off of a clearance from Amanda Funaro. The shot just goes begging wide to the near post. Long ball ahead, and I've noticed now too, Quinnipiac, they're going to send Juliana Capello all the way high. Be that almost like a cherry picker, if you will, just hoping that if there's a long release from a clearance by the Bobcats that she can latch onto it. So Villanova have to keep an eye on the number 21 in blue, just in case. With a ball like that, just a long clearance deep in the defensive zone from the host. Gets through. Never know. Foul against Vermeil. And Struby will loft it forward. Not a bad ball, but just too strong and out of the reach from Amanda Blum. Under 6 minutes left to go. Again, the game winner right now in the 44th minute, Lydia Sidnor. That's the difference maker thus far. That ball goes out of play. Clark wasn't able to save it, but it took a last touch off Quinnipiac. So possession back to the Wildcats, and for Sidnor, that goal is now number 10 on the season. Well, I'm talking with Villanova head coach Joni Milhouse in the build-up to this. That was one of the things that her team was trying to improve on, was the attacking corners. So that they generate a lot of them, you have to start making something of it. And getting one so late on could be so beneficial in a number of ways. Obviously today, but building your confidence going into the other games left in the season. But now they have to defend. There's Perkins to the near side. It'll be possession back to Quinnipiac. Comes all the way back out. Perkins, who have been so active in this game, driving forward. That ball hit a foot off of Villanova player, advantage played on. Good stop that time. Nikki Pierce, once again, brave in defending, getting something to it. Oh, that ball could have been played advantage, and I don't think that's the right decision from the official. Megan Vermeil looked to still have it under control. I think the referee was saying that it was just out of stick's length. Villanova, I don't think they won't mind it too much, though, purely because some time can come off the clock here. And they can reset. And that ball gets played straight into touch. Not too much time, though, left here in this one. If Quinnipiac are going to make a move, they have to do so now. And it looks like the stoppage is because they're going to pull, Quinnipiac is going to pull the goalie. So the clock's stopping with 3:46 left, and Hedda Bierman-Ratyan is getting pulled for the extra attacking player. Thought that Quinnipiac actually might wait another minute or two just in case, but they're going to pull the goalie now. Nice move by Ruiz Martinez into the area, still going. Good stop, though, from Villanova, and it gets played over the end line, deflected out of bounds by Veldhorst. So, yep, goalie out. Bierman-Ratyan to the bench. Extra defender on. Once again, Quinnipiac going to send, actually now it's all 10 registered field players into the attack, trying to force a turnover, and they do get one. Whipkey looking to bring it down, does well. Struby. Still have enough time though with 3 minutes. You don't have to rush this ball into the area. You can be diligent in your decision making. You know Quinnipiac, they're going to want to try and draw a corner here. That ball sent across, and a good stop there. Borman able to kick it away, but a corner to come. Oh, the referee on the far side that the ball hit a shoulder. And now a chance here for Quinnipiac as Struby kind of just blindly sent it to the area. Worked out though. And that one hit Clark. And the clock stops with 2:42 left here. You can hear the noise off down to our right. Quinnipiac baseball team trying to cheer their team on, get them over and back level in this game. They came here right at the start of the fourth quarter, right after their practice ended. Let's see if their teammates down below can get some extra help. This is Struby across. Ruiz Martinez takes a block, and it hit off of a Quinnipiac player. So Villanova back in possession. Not a great restart. That ball played very quickly. Again, you see off the restart there. Ruiz Martinez plays out wide, gets it back from Struby, and that one hit Capello on the way through. I think the referee stopped play. Looked like for a moment they're saying the potential injury, but it was a foul that was called. And remember, the Quinnipiac goal is empty at the moment. Halley got called for the foul. But again, the goalie is off here, pulled for the extra player. And it was actually a yellow card assessed to Halley for just a tactical foul. So we're playing even strength on the field. Villanova will obviously have the numerical advantage, but it's just due to the fact that they have their goalie in and Quinnipiac does not. And that was just tactical fouling by Halley. Had to take it for the team, if you will. That ball hits off the foot of Struby. And will Villanova go for the empty net here? They're just going to try and possess. Ruiz Martinez doing really well to dispossess not one, but two Villanova attackers. She's going to try and get this up the field as quickly as she can, and it might work out here, nearly finding Capello to the far side. Foul against the Wildcats with 1:15 left. Ruiz Martinez just winding into the area, looking for a teammate. Perkins nearly getting onto it, gets triple teamed. Possession back out to the top. 1 minute left to go here in the fourth quarter. Quinnipiac throwing the kitchen sink at the Wildcats, but the visitors are holding a 2-1 advantage, looking for their first win in conference play. Good pressure by Clark, knocking out of bounds. 45 seconds left. Pass towards Struby into the circle. Struby sends it across, and it comes out of the area. And it will be possession to Villanova as it did hit a foot of a Quinnipiac player in the circle. That's a big break for the Wildcats, as now Villanova can take their time sending this back in. 20 seconds left to go, and really it's just anywhere will do for Kristen Pennington. One of the first times this afternoon, Villanova successfully bringing it out of the back. It's the time that they needed it, because they're going to go on the road and get their first Big East victory of 2019, a 2-1 win over Quinnipiac. They got a goal late on in the third quarter from Lydia Sidnor, and that's the difference. And for the third year running, Villanova knocks off Quinnipiac by 2-1. We're going to step aside for a few moments, and then when we do, I'll be joined on the field by the victorious head coach, Joni Millhouse, coming up in a few moments. But it is Villanova getting the 2-1 victory over Quinnipiac here on this rainy Friday afternoon in Hamden, Connecticut. And boy, it's one that they needed because now they're still alive for postseason contention. Meanwhile, Quinnipiac, with the loss, they dropped to 3-9 overall, but 1-3 in conference play. We'll step aside. We'll be back in a little bit as you're watching a presentation of the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Welcome back here to the Quinnipiac Field Hockey Stadium. 2-1 your score line in the books as a come-from-behind victory for Villanova, and we're here with the game winner, Lydia Sidnor. And this was a tough game. We were just speaking a minute ago where conditions were crazy. It was windy, hardly can it be able to hear, but once again, the same score line, 2-1 in favor of Villanova. What happened today?
I think we haven't been doing great in the Big East, and I think we came here today set on not accepting a loss. We came in all as a team. We were sitting in the locker room, and we looked at each other, and we said, we're not leaving today without winning. And I think everyone brought that directly to the field.
Yeah, I was talking with your coach earlier on about the last couple of weeks, and she said that the effort was there. It kept going, but you're just waiting for that result. We mentioned how the game last Sunday kind of put you guys over the hill a little bit. How much do you take from that game that helped you this afternoon?
So the Bucknell game, I think, with a big overtime win, I think that showed everyone that, like, we can do it. And everyone on our team felt that good feeling when you win. I mean, there's nothing better, and I think we don't want to lose that. And I think we came out here today, like I said, just ready to go.
Take us through that penalty corner, because mostly through the third quarter, Quinnipiac had the better possession. Then you guys get an opportunity, and you made the most of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I think we just really were set on getting that goal. We said, we have a penalty corner that every penalty corner should be a goal. It's a straight opportunity. And I think, Abby Siana sent me in like a perfect ball, laid it in perfect, and then went in. So
now you take from this, obviously still 3 more games left to go in conference play, but this has to be something that you guys are going to feel good about now going forward.
Yeah, I think we're going to go into the next games feeling this powerful, feeling that those winning vibes, and I think we don't want to lose it. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on a great game. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. You too.
That was the game winner, Lydia Sidnor. Now we're going to be joined by longtime veteran head coach of Villanova. That's Joni Millhouse. And, Coach, you were telling me in the build-up to this game that it was all about penalty corners and you need to take the opportunities, and it certainly worked out today.
It did, and we knew it was going to be a battle. We talked about that, and these guys always give us a great game. I think it's both two very competitive teams with each other.
Now, take us through this game, because there were a lot of referrals, a lot of downtime. Now, we don't have timeouts anymore in this sport. So what were you saying to your team during those timeouts, especially after the Quinnipiac goal gets waved off, because it seemed like the game very much still in the balance?
Totally, I agree. That was the most amount of referrals I've been a part of as well. I think now that with the new rule where they've taken a timeout out of play, this actually gave us some good quality time to reorganize and settle a few things. But I think the video referrals worked out great in our favor.
Now, another key moment of this is you made a change in goal. You brought in a new goalie in Claire Borman into the game, and she made a couple incredible saves late on. So what was it about her game that helped you guys get over and get the result?
She came up huge for us. Jordan McGinley, actually, who played first half for us, is fantastic as well. We've just been having them split halves. And I'll tell you, she did a great job, Claire, in goal, and came up at key points and key times for us. And she had a ton of confidence back there and was communicating real well.
And certainly now, as you guys go forward through the rest of the season, you know that you're still in the fight right now. So over the next couple of weeks, what are you hoping for from this group?
We got to execute on absolutely every opportunity that we get. We're going to be playing big, competitive, tough Big East teams. But I'm not taking us out of the count. I know the talent that we have. I know the grit that we have. I know the desire that we have. And now we just need to capitalize on the opportunities that we will get.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Going to be a long drive back, but certainly it's going to be a happy one.
Yes, definitely a happy one. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, and that's going to do it here for us for this presentation of Big East Field Hockey here on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi. 2-1 your final score to Villanova as they take home their 3rd straight victory over Quinnipiac in as many years. For everyone here, JJ Duke signing off. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.